it's so important because I'm going to just share what God said to me in 2020.
Yes.
Is that your alignments moving forward are critical.
Yes.
And if you are improperly aligned, now that you can take that and apply it to a whole host of things in your journey with him. But I knew specifically what he was talking about in a few areas. And so alignment is key. The children of Israel had the company of themselves to continue to grumble and complain with.
Yes.
And that perpetuated the continued mindset in Egypt. I love when he used that example because it paints a clear picture. He was trying to get them to pay attention to when he moved the cloud, to when he moved the fire, and when he didn't, because that would teach them, okay, now I understand that God is moving.
Yes.
Now I understand that he's not moving.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. What came to me was in the year King Uzziah died. And sometimes when Holy Spirit is moving, that there are some things that we have before us that we don't even understand, that we have now basically set up as idols. We have set up things, and those things have to die in order for us to see, right? The Lord high and lifted up, right? And so there are things that just have to die. And we miss discerning because we don't want certain things to die.
100%.
We just don't want them to die. So that's what came to me when you were talking.
Yeah, that's so interesting because the children of Israel, there were generations that had to die off in the desert.
Yes. Yes, you're right.
And the Lord did that strategically. And Joshua was the one, including Moses.
Yes. Yeah.
Including Moses. And that's a hard pill, I think, sometimes for some people, because he was the set man. He was Moses, part of the Red Sea. He was, he was the one that led them. He was the boldness that went to, but yet he still didn't make it into the promised land. There's a mindset that I believe is attributed to being able to discern the move of God. And you talked about it, Apostle. We have set up idols, and it really stems, I believe, from a sense of familiarity. If we are taken outside of our level of comfortability in any way when it relates to how we perceive God, how we receive God, it puts us, because it changes. God is he changes. He doesn't change himself,
right?
But his methods change. The way that he does things change. And this is not, it's a change to us, but it may not necessarily be a change to him, for him.
Exactly.
Because we can't understand all the dimensions of who he is.
So it's possible for someone to be able to discern and yet still just decide to just stay stagnant or stuck or remain where they are. Like, they can know that and then just choose not to move ahead in what God might have just told them to do.
100%.
Yes.
Because God is not going to override our will. You can make a choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
The children of Israel could have chosen to trust the Lord, which is what he was trying to get them to do, to trust him, to lead them to the promise. But if their mindset was still in Egypt, they couldn't even bring their mindset out. And that's key. It's really important. So yes, you can choose, you can know and still say,